Greetings! I present the Rekin 3D Studio system. General configuration. I'm going to talk about a general configuration. You can see a production screen in front of you. A menu can be found in the upper left corner of the screen. Let's open Options. The first available item on the drop-down list is Layout. You can connect up to 3 monitors to the Rekin workstation to the outputs of each graphic card. You can specify the content displayed on these monitors' screens. In case of working with a single monitor, the production module is displayed. If you are working with 2 monitors, you can display production screen on one monitor and multi-view, production and program, or preview screen on the second one. In case of working with 3 monitors, production image will always be displayed on the first monitor, multi-view image will always be on the second one, and you can choose program or preview image for the third one. The next item on the list is language. When we change the language, all the captions in the applications will be automatically translated. The next item is Style. It is choosing the graphic style of the application. We are currently working in the white version, but there is also a black version available. Depending on your performances, you can choose your version of the application's appearance. The last item is Configuration. After selecting this option, a window with 7 tabs will open. The first tab is a configuration of the so-called triggers. There are 10 buttons that can be configured. We have a choice here: trigger simple in the form of a graphic overlay. A trigger will display a video or an image in the program channel. And trigger advanced, where we can add functions available in the application to the list. You can find more detailed information on triggers in our 2 instructional videos. The next tab, Capture, allows you to configure capture function. Select a codec H.264 or MPEG-2. Automatic or user's recording quality, and a path of the recorded file. The following tab is Streaming, where we choose streaming settings. Streaming service, example YouTube. Address data and user data. Below we can also choose streaming quality. When you switch the tab to NDI, instead of streaming to the internet, it is now possible to stream to local computers via NDI protocol. All you need to do is enter your own stream name. Accept the setting with OK button. Press Stream NDI button. Now, program channel is being streamed through the local network. In the next tab, Audio, we can find settings of the system's sound. There are 2 levels of the line signal to choose from. The first one, Pro, is a professional one where level 0 has a value of +4 dBu. This signal level is the most common for the XLR connector and for the TRS connector, that is 6.3mm stereo jack. The second signal level, Consumer, has the 0 level for the value of -10 dBV, and it is most common for the RCA connector, commonly known as Cinch. In order to show you the difference between them, I will choose the professional level. I will close the window and move on to the audio mixer. Different voltage reference levels have been chosen for professional and consumer levels. Selecting professional level means that when you connect a signal with a voltage of 1,23 volts RMS, then On the indicator you will get level 0 on the analog inputs and outputs. I will switch to the second mode. Consumer -10 dBV. When working with consumer signal, in order to obtain the zero value on analog input and output, a signal of 0,32 volts RMS has to be connected. These two levels of analog signal refer to analog audio panel connectors located in the front of the Rekin workstation. It has inputs line in 1 and line in 2. The same applies to analog inputs and outputs located on an additional ADB 100 panel. AB analog 1 and AB analog 2 inputs. In the case of digital inputs and outputs such as a camera, on the HDMI or SDI connector, that is CAM1 to CAM4, level 0 is a level of -20 dBFS. Level 0 for the media file means the maximum digital value of the signal. Let's go to the configuration window again. Below level of audio signal settings you can see microphones settings. The first microphone jack can be found in the audio panel's front, located in the front of the Rekin workstation. It is labeled mic in the mixer's audio tab. And just for it, the first input delay slider has been prepared for, as well as the operating mode selection. A none mode with a dynamic microphone for which we can set the gain value with a slider. And a phantom mode with a condenser microphone. When we switch to the phantom mode, we will be warned that a voltage of 48 volt will be applied to the speech insert. A red LED lights up on the audio panel located at the front of the Rekin workstation. It is recommended not to connect or disconnect a microphone to the audio panel when the red LED is lit up. You can safely connect a microphone only in a none mode. The second microphone settings apply to the input connector located in the additional ADB 100 device. Mic adjustment slider can be found in the audio box tab. Below you can see exactly the same settings of operating mode and delay. You can safely connect a microphone only in none mode. Below microphone settings we can see the settings options of motherboard audio output. The available outputs are shown in the drop-down list. If we choose speakers Realtek high definition audio, a signal from master out will go to the output of the rear panel of the Rekin workstation. In this window we can adjust a signal gain with gain slider and a general delay in relation to a video signal using delay slider. The next tab is screens. When working with one monitor connected, the production module screen is displayed on it. If we have 3 monitors connected, we can set the content to be displayed on their screens by going to Menu, then Options and selecting Layout. In this situation, 3 monitor modules will be displayed in the Screen tab of the configuration window. We can freely set these monitors' order. We just have to switch the tab and set a different order. The screens will not be repeated. Now we will see the multi-view screen. And now the full screen program output. Depending on the configuration, we can set any kind of monitor's order. Let's return to the configuration window and move on to the General tab. In the case we want to create a playlist of image files, in a playlist panel we can set the default display time of an image it as a graphic file. Another option is to be able to play files using a double click. Uncheck the option. In the Rekin application, in order to play a file, we have to select it and press play button. Only then a file starts playing. If this option is enabled, you only need a double click of the left mouse button on the video files icon. There is no need to press the play button, as it will start playing after a double click. Let's get back to the configuration window and go to the General tab. Below the playlist panel we can see a program panel. Since the Rekin system supports working with 3 monitors, for the third monitor we can enable the mirror option, that is mirror on PGM monitor. It is a laterally inverted image displayed on the monitor to facilitate the work of a presenter standing on a green background in the studio. The presenter can see what is happening in the virtual studio, and the image reversal helps him orientate in the virtual space. The Rekin system has 2 types of outputs, program and preview. If you enable the Show PGM on Out to option, then the program stream will be fed to both outputs with full audio support. In the case of such formats as 1080p50, p59 and p60, that are 3G formats, we have 2 types of signal levels to choose from, level A and level B. After switching, we will be informed that changes will be introduced after restarting the Rekin application. You have to check whether your converters or monitors support the given 3G level. The last option is resetting the so-called hints in the wizard editor. If you check this option and re-enter the wizard, you will see that the pop-ups with hints will start appearing again. If you check the option "Do not show this message again", then the pop-up window will not be displayed until the moment the settings are reset again. Once again, I will load a default studio from a file. Let's get back to the configuration window and go to the General tab. Further below, you can find an option to reset the information message that appears when you use the performance function. If you check this option, re-enter the studio wizard and press performance button. Then the information message will be displayed until you check the "Do not show this message again" option. When you accept with Yes button, a destination window will open. Let's go back to the configuration window. At the end you can see the NDI tab, in which you can accept an NDI stream instead of camera or media physical inputs. Let's choose a physical input, example Cam1. Select NDI option. Search for an appropriate local network stream. You can decide whether to use a transparency channel transmitted in the NDI stream. If so, then a tab with key settings for Cam1 will be disabled. After unchecking the stream key option, the Cam1 key tab will be enabled and you will be able to select one of the keying algorithms. NDI stream will be switched off when you check the In1 option. In that moment you return to the physical input on the Rekin's card. Thank you.
Rekin. Keen on record.